What is up, everyone? It is Chris Gregory here from Creation for Creation. Welcome to my home. This is it. This is where I live. This is where I think. This is where I eat. You're here. Welcome. I don't know what to call this, honestly. I operate a blog, but as you may be noticing, this is a vlog, a video blog. I'm not going to claim to be a vlogger, just like I barely claim to be a blogger. I just operate a website, type up some stuff. But the focus of today is, one, to change it up a little bit, bring some fresh stuff out. But two, I just want to give you guys a little bit of insight of my process. How do I think? How do I think creatively? What do I do? It's not because I'm any sort of expert, because I promise you I absolutely am no expert of hardly anything. I just want to share a little bit about what I do to think and how do I get those creative juices flowing. So with that, let's get started. First things first, I love working by hand. There's just something about, scrawling something out on a piece of paper, or erasing or scratching something out with ink, if that's what I'm working with, that really gets me going. And what I really love to work on especially is these little tiny legal pads. I don't know what size this is, maybe like a 5x7. For some reason I prefer the yellow paper. I have two of them. As you can see, I really like them. But here's the thing, I love writing them in pencil. I don't know if that's just something that originates from my music theory days, just hard to use a pen doing that. But I mean, I do usually have a pen around, of course, and a pencil. But I just love scrawling things out by hand. And in this particular legal pad right here, I just got sort of even the origins of this website just in pencil there. Just logos going through, like what can I do? I just have all these notes always. I'm always thinking there's a bunch of stuff there. I'm just always trying to write down what's in my head. Try and capture that. I don't leave it up there because I always know it will be instantly gone, instantly forgotten if I think, yeah, I'll keep it in my head. No, that won't work. I always try and keep some sort of legal pad like within a reach. If there's a song, bam, idea or slogan I'm thinking about, bam. Next thing, number two, I always have my laptop around. It is like, if I lost it, I don't know what I'd do. There's a lot of files on there. There's my programs on there, Logic, Photoshop, Lightroom, just, I keep it right within, like a Batman's tool belt. It is right there with me. It's actually right here. Check that out with my notes for this vlog on there. Again, I'm using my laptop. I do several things on my laptop. I always run stickies. I don't know if you guys use that, but like little sticky notes or just notes that I have just on my desktop that's, again, sort of going back. They're yellow, actually. Maybe yellow is the color. I just always have something going. I can't let an idea or something, or maybe it's a task I need to get done, like a deadline. I'll have that up on my laptop because I know I'll be on that. I know I'll be using that, and I know I'll see it if I have it in a sticky. I also, write all my articles here on my laptop. I take it to work. I work more efficiently on a laptop than the desktop I have. It's just a great tool for me, so maybe if you guys are more so a hand writer, or maybe more so just a desktop guy, I encourage you, well, I'm not going to tell you to buy a laptop because it can be expensive, but maybe branch away from something for a second. Just grab onto a laptop. And that'll sort of lead me into like the next thing is find that workspace that allows you to be comfortable. Here we are in my home, or, second place is my office at work. I feel good in my office. It's well lit, just like this, just natural lighting pouring in. I try and limit distractions, but also I really focus in on my space. I know if I'm here in this living room right now, I know no one's going to burst in randomly, distract me. I know I can control every aspect of the environment around me because it is my home. So that's just part of my creative process. Get somewhere where I'm comfortable. I'm saying for you, if you're a songwriter, if you're a designer, if you're anything, a writer, find that place where you're comfortable, that you can really explore those expressions of self that are just pouring out. Another one, multiple attempts or angles. Ooh, fancy. That's a big tip in just photography. I'm not a photographer, but I know angles are key. You can take an ordinary photo and make it just a little bit more interesting with that angle. The same thing is with when I work here. I always do multiple attempts of just songs, ideas, graphics. Here's all graphics for the website here that didn't really make the cut. There's like a church exploding. There's another one with a C and another C, and then here's like a wheel type diagram. Like, none of those made the cut, but I always do more than one attempt. I never settle on one idea. I never settle on the first thing I thought of. I always try and do at least two, if not more. I think that helps me avoid being cliche or being a little bit cheesy at times, especially when writing songs. I always go back over it. I always find another route, and I think that helps me find the best possible end product. I'm gonna be honest here, little guilty confession. I'll take my hat off. You see my hat here? I'm on Pinterest. For me, as a man, a guy, a bro, not a bro, Pinterest is sort of a girly thing. But I'm telling you, hop on Pinterest, just like the internet. I'm not saying steal your ideas, but Pinterest can be a great place to see a lot of things in one medium. The thing I love about Pinterest is you can search ideas. So say I'm looking up green wheel. Probably type in green wheel, Pinterest, find scrollies of all these ideas that incorporate a green wheel somehow, and that will in turn help me see things I like. I'm like, oh, maybe I like that color green, and I can infuse that into my own idea, my own creation, my own thoughts. Ooh, here's a great analogy. When you go to the gym, you warm up, right? You don't just dive right in. Think of Pinterest as that little bit of 5 minutes sprinting on the treadmill, trying to get those sweat going so you're ready to create something amazing, pump some creative iron, if you will. Guys, I go into this mode called work mode. Gets me in trouble with the wife, but I try and use work mode. I'm just calling it that. I don't even know if it's an actual thing. I'm just using this mode I have where I'm so focused, I'm so like ready to crank out some work that I am completely blinded to everything else. Spinning off of that, minimize distractions. It's a big one, especially, because distractions are everywhere, something I've written about. Especially in a place of work, you can easily be distracted just by people you work with, even if they don't mean it. It could be something like filling up a water bottle from the cooler just right outside your office, or people overhearing a conversation, or if you're at home, like, oh, there's Netflix just right there, but you don't do it. Minimize your distractions. Know where you excel best and live in that area, work in that area. Find your work mode all up in that. Here's another tool I use, my guitar. Here it is. I always have it pretty much with me. I have one here at home. I have one at the office. It's there because I can create with it. It's there because it can help me think of a song, think of an idea, pan something out. Or guys, even it can be there just to allow me to take a break. If I'm feeling a little stressed, I know I can just pull out the old guitar, slap around some chords, diddle on a little melody, and I feel a little bit better after that. Don't know if you play guitar, but maybe you're an artist, a painter, and you always have that little sketch pad. I have a sketch pad as well. I draw on that. But maybe that's your guitar of choice. Your weapon is just right there. I try and have all of my tools as close to me as possible when I'm in a creative mode. That way there's no excuse as to the product I'm trying to yield. One of the last things here, if not the last thing, make time for it. You have to make time for it. You'll never really create to your fullest potential, never really will be as creative as you can be if you don't make time for it. According to my wife, it can feel like she just walks through the door and I've had these divine revelations or this divine inspiration of these ideas or something I want to create. But actually, like, I really spent time and really carved out time in my schedule to sit down and maybe just think about something. That's a crucial part of it. I mean, I'm not going to lie, sometimes you do just get blindsided with a great idea, and that's amazing. But then you have to carve out that time to crank it out. Put it on paper, write it on a yellow piece of paper. I always have my phone close to me as well. Guys, you can do so much things with phones now. Like I've mentioned Pinterest, Instagram, of course, your apps. But then you have things like the notes section, which are, I think, are white now, not yellow. But, so I'm going to say, I love writing in those sometimes. I love using the calendar. I love using the voice memos. My phone is filled with voice memos of ramblings of things I want to do. Songs I have, just little ideas, little melodies, little guitar licks. Like I've mentioned the guitar. All these things come to fruition when you have a phone right there that you can just crank some stuff out with. So guys, with that, I just want to leave you with this. If you're in a dry spell, keep going. If you feel like your last couple of expressions haven't been so good, keep going. Don't compare you to yourself. Don't compare to what God did last time. He's always working. He's always doing something new in you, and He's always teaching you something. It's beautiful the way that works. But guys, keep creating, keep expressing yourself. Again, it's not for us, but it's so that the ultimate Creator may be given more glory and the glory that He deserves. So with that, I'm out of here.